So already day one demo session is already uploaded on the YouTube channel. Okay, just go through that if anybody is missing. Okay, and yeah, let me show you. So this is the day one demo session. It's already uploaded on YouTube. Okay, if anybody is not subscribed, please subscribe for SCM Technologies. Even if you are not joining on this training or joining, so this will be the best for what is supply chain management. If you are getting any struggle on that application practices, so this will be providing you a best solutions. Okay, so now let's coming for today's session. So once again, welcome for all the team members who are joining for this demo, day two demo, right? So yesterday, for day one, we discussed about that what is supply chain management, how supply chain management operations are happening into the real in the business. So same supply chain management operations where they are maintaining, that is called ERP applications. Under this ERP application, how many ERP applications are there? So under ERP application, what are the SCM modules? Inventory, procurement, order management, product management, and costing. So today's demo session is completely for this application familiarity, right? Then training syllabus. So what is the training syllabus on this? Then, so what are the major supply chain management positions, right? Positions, SCM positions in IT market. Okay. So then what are the major roles and responsibilities, right? So once you are joining in IT company as a SCM functional consultant, so these are the major topics for today's session. Okay, so nothing need to be any PPT presentation on this. Why? Because we want to exposure with the documents on here. Okay, let's coming for today's. The first one is application familiarity. Application familiarity. Somebody is messaging. Yeah, go ahead. Agina, this is Gangadhar. I just want to know about this training as a covering source. Source to pay and order to cash. Exactly. Exactly. Source to pay and order to cash and procure to pay. Each and everything we'll discuss on here. Okay. So we can do it for all the real-time configurations. Okay. And we can run complete source to pay, P2P cycles, order to cash, all the inventory transactions. Let me coming to this. Let's application familiarity. Once you are joining as a IT functional consultant or else SCM functional consultant or Oracle Fusion consultant or functional consultant, there is a number of different types of, right? What we call it as a positions are there. Every company, they have a different namings. Some companies, they call it as a Oracle functional consultant. Some companies, they call it as a functional consultant. Some companies as a, you are a fresher, associate consultant. Right. If you have a good experience, we call it as a senior functional consultant. Different roles are there. Okay, I'll discuss on that more on this. Let's coming to the application familiarity first. Let's go to the application. So where is the application? This is application. So this is application. So your complete work, your complete day to, from day to ending of the day, your complete work on this application. Right. So what I will do is as a SCM functional consultant, you are the functional consultant. You can work on that setups and configurations. Setups and configurations. Your major work is, right, as a consultant. Okay. Setups. Very simple. Setups and configuration. Both are same. Both are same. Setups and configurations. And the finally testing. Testing as a consultant. Okay. So what type of setups? What type of setups? So what type of testing you need to perform on this application? Very simple. For example, so what are the modules you are working? You are working on the modules of inventory, product management, same modules we are dealing, procurement, right, order management, and costing, then cost. These are the core modules where you are working in your IT functional consultant job, right? So in real time, the companies are not assigning you all modules, either two modules, either order management or costing, or procurement or inventory. Okay. So they are assigning any one module or two modules. If you have a good experiences, they are assigning three modules, not all the modules. Okay, please remember this. No consultant is working all these modules. Unless if you have a very good experience, 8 years of 10 years of experience, then the companies are expected, your package is around 30 lakhs, then the companies are expected, you can work on all these modules. Right? If you have a 5 years and 6 years, you can work either inventory or procurement, or inventory procurement, or procurement and order management, any, depended on your expertise. Okay. Now, these are the major modules. So what are your functionalities? Inventory configurations. So what is your major functionality? Inventory configurations. Let's inventory configurations. So what are the inventory configurations? Configurations. What are the major configurations? Inventory setups. Inventory setups. Then locators setups. Okay. So business unit setups. There is some setups are there. First, you need to do that setups, and you can make it for testing of these setups. Testing. Right. What are the testings? Transactional testing. Whether these inventory transactions are working by using the inventory or not. For example, let's take a business of DMart. You already know DMart, right? So very well. So the DMart inventory setups. The DMart inventory is there in the Hyderabad. One more DMart is there in the Bangalore. One more DMart in there in the Chennai. There is a lot of branches are there. Now, from one inventory to another inventory, your material is transfer or not. Your material is transfer or not. When the business is transfer the material from one inventory to another inventory, your setups are supported or not. So who is providing all this requirement? Business will provide all these requirements. You no need to worry about that. Right? Business will provide all the documentations. Yes, we have a so-and-so inventories. Their locations are this. Right? Each and everything business will provide. That configurations will set up on the application level as a functional consultant. For example, Hyderabad inventory. Now the DMart people are asking, we have a Hyderabad inventory, Hyderabad level. There is a KPHP, one DMart is there. Where near high-tech city. So how we can configure that? Let's go to the application. Click on here. So first of all, so where is the location? Where is the location? DMart location. High-tech city, right? And let's go to, just search with DMart, high-tech city. High-tech city address. Okay, I'm taking one high-tech city address. So where is that high-tech city? This one, Gachibowli, SLN, DMart high-tech city. Okay, so as a functional consultant, how you can set up this to inventory? You are going to here, setup and maintenance. Setup, your work is completely setup and maintenance, right? So now you are going to here, enterprise profile. Under this, there is a location task, manage location. You are clicking on this manage location. So what is the location? What is the location? High-tech city, right? Let's click on create. How simple this application, right? Here throughout the training is same like this. Create and associate, create and associate. Now I am creating one location. What is the location name? DMart Hyderabad, right? DMart high-tech city. Okay, I'm just copying this. The name of the location, DMart, right? DMart Hyderabad. The code is same. Your address, for example, you are setting any location, your address, right? Your address, your home address. Same way, the name of the location. So what is the country? India. So country is already list of value is there. Just search with India. So after that, so what is the complete address? This one. Right, Gachibowli, up to Gachibowli. Gachibowli. City, what is the city? Hyderabad. Hyderabad. So what is the pin code? Here it is there. I'm not typing anything. Why? Because the business will provide all these documents. Right. What is the state? Telangana. Telangana. Now click on submit. So DMart high-tech city address is created. Now I want to associate. Now I want to associate this address to DMart inventory organization. How I can associate? Let's go to, you need to create one high-tech city inventory, right? Manage inventory organization. Click on manage inventory organization. See, you want to create anything, the option is plus option. Any coding is there? Zero coding. Now make DMart HYD or else high-tech inventory. Inventory means warehouse. Let's. Now we created one location, right? Where we can associate that location, business unit. Any inventory is working under business unit. So up to now, I'm selecting only any one business unit. Okay, how to create this, everything we'll discuss on training. Now you can see address is automatically populated. Let's change our address. What is our address? Just now we created our address, right? Query with the address. DMart high-tech city. See, DMart high-tech city SLN, Jayberry Enclave Gachibowli. I'm associating this address to inventory. Same, right? SLN. Okay, now I'm associating the legal entity. Here the employees are working, right? They are working under this legal entity. Now click on next. Okay, some item master organization. In the DMart, there is a items, right? So that items are created under this organization. Okay. Operation. What is the timing of this? Timing of this DMart. Is this working 24/7 or what? Morning 7 to evening 9. How it is decided? Based on the schedules. So how we can create schedules, item master organization, each and everything we'll discuss and training. Just I want to explaining you how the feel and look. Now inventory is created. Let's search. Now you can see DMart inventory is created. This DMart inventory requirement is provided by the customer. So this type of inventories are there in the around 50 or 60 inventories. Right, just a minute, I created one DMart inventory organization. Now, so by using these inventory organizations, whenever the DMart want to transfer the material from high-tech city to Bangalore, so Bangalore inventory also must be created. So business can transfer the material. As a functional consultant, you can provide the solution. Yes, you can transfer the material from one inventory to another inventory by this. Okay, so this is the way how the application is working. So by using these inventory organizations, whenever they want to transfer the material, they are selecting the inventory organization and doing the transactions. So where they are doing the transactions? From here. So there is, see, you can see dashboards. Procurement, if procurement transactions are there, so business is clicking on this procurement and creating the requisitions, purchase orders, those things. If it is a order management, sales order related, the business is clicking on the sales orders and create orders. Okay. If it is a inventory, supply chain execution. That is what the supply chain management, right? Supply chain management, nothing but tracking the material from order booking to order customer receiving, or from one location to another location, each and everything will tracking from here. Supply chain execution, you can see. So business is clicking on this inventory management and transfer the material from, there is a multiple transactions from the inventory. There is a multiple transactions. You can see here. Okay, transfer order, movement request, right? Miscellaneous transactions. Lot of transactions are there. They are clicking on this. And transfer the material from one location to another location, one sub-inventory to another sub-inventory, first floor to second floor to third floor, transfer the materials. So for their internal transactions, for their business operations, so this ERP application is one of the best solution for the supply chain operations. Okay, so your major functionality is configurations. So what configurations are there? The complete 5 modules. What are the major configurations? Complete 5 modules. The major configurations are in these 5 modules. This is the complete syllabus copy. Hope you are able to see my screen, right? Tim, can you confirm?
Yes.
Yeah. So yes, this is the modules, 5 modules. What is the times of 5 modules each module? Inventory 10 days, product management 5 days, procurement 20 days, order management 10 days, costing 4 days. Some of the technical aspects also is there, right? Data migration, OTBI related, roles and security customizations, right? Custom field creations. Okay, these are the modules. Now under these modules, see complete setups for each and every module. What setups are coming? So each and everything we'll discussing from here with a real-time project. Not a randomly creating this DMART location and doing the business transaction, not. Real-time project. We are engaged with the real-time project, and let's start with one by one configurations as per the business requirement. Now let's coming one by one. There is a multiple task is there, right? Introduction of the setup and maintenances, implementation project creations, right? So what are the modules? How modules are enabling? Okay, how to create a user account. You can see here how to create a user account. Then after that, enterprise creations related. Enterprise, how to create an enterprise. Okay, so under this enterprise, what are the configurations are the step by step. Each and everything will perform by this step by step. In real time also, if you are joining any IT company as an implementation consultant, you can also do the same performances. Now I am taking as a business of DMART. See, if you are joining for the some other businesses, Samsung or Reliance or some other businesses, you are taking the requirements for the Samsung, not by the DMART. Okay, they are providing their Samsung related layouts, Samsung related warehouse, what is their products, right? So that you can configure. Okay, so Enterprise is nothing but who is implemented this project. Who is implemented? There is a multiple businesses from the Middle East countries. Most of the 70% of the businesses are implemented for Oracle Fusion Supply Chain Management for their business operations. We have a number of scope openings from the Middle East, US, right? So there is a lot of countries are implemented Oracle Fusion ERP application for their business operations, especially for the supply chain operations. Okay, so enterprise related structure means the business. Here, who is the business? In our example, who is the business? DMart. DMart is a business. DMart is providing all the requirement. Where is their locations? Right? What is their sub-inventories? What is their items? Who is the suppliers? Each and everything they will be provided as a functional consultant you can set up. Okay, now this is enterprise related configurations. After that, inventory configuration. For inventory related, what type of? If you want to set up the inventory means this one, right? Just now we set up on inventory, right? The application. So what is their timings, plant timings, right? Each and everything we'll discuss on here. Inventory organization setups. Okay, finally, we can create inventory organization by using all these pre-requisition setups. We call it as a pre-requisition setups. Pre-requisition setups means if you are going to Bangkok for today night, what is your pre-requisition setups, if I am asking? Or if you are going to travel for any other place. Okay, what is your pre-requisition setups? Same way, right? You can check all the passports related, immigrations related, each and everything, right? And documentations, printouts, your luggage, pre-requisition sets. Same way, before going to the inventory creation, what is your pre-checks? Right. So that we can create first, after we can create inventory organization. Then next, product management related item setups. So for the items related, what are the different types of configurations are there, options are there? Okay, what are the different life cycles, item catalogs, item types, each and everything we'll discuss on here with the real-time examples. Okay, so after this, after inventory configurations and inventory item configuration, we can start with material transactions. That's what the business expectation, right? They don't know how to set up the configurations. They know only for how to transfer the materials. How to transfer the materials. Okay, see, you are using a bank application. Okay, you are using a Instagram, you are using a Facebook, you are using a WhatsApp. You don't know what mechanism behind of that, but you are the person who's sending the images to others, who's sending the informations to others. That is your duty. You are a business. Okay, you are just sending a messages by using the this, right? Okay, inventory material transactions. Same, the business is also doing transactions. As a functional consultant, you can do for configurations. Okay, there is a lot of material transactions are there, right? So transactions, account alias, sub-inventory transfer, movement request, inter-org transfers, right? Transfer orders, sub-inventory transfer. The name itself, it is indicating as a sub-inventory, one sub-inventory to another sub-inventory transaction. Movement request, move the material from one sub-inventory to another sub-inventory. Inter-org transfer between the two inventory organizations, as we discussed, right? Hyderabad to Bangalore, Bangalore to Chennai, Chennai to Bangalore, Bangalore to Hyderabad. Any between two inventory organizations, we call it as a inventory inter-org transfers. Transfer order, same within the inventory organizations. Here we are also discussing with Redwood functionalities and AI agents. Okay, so please remember Redwood functionalities and AI agents functionality also we are providing the training on this. Okay, don't miss this. Okay, it is not only for the classic pages, it's also for the Redwood and AI functionalities also we are going to cover on this. Okay. Next, shipping setups. Shipping setups means, for example, there is a refrigerators or there is a some food items. You want to transfer, DMart is transfer the material from Hyderabad to Bangalore. What type of shipping method they are using? That shipping configurations are coming from here. Shipping configurations. Then receiving configurations. Receiving config. The material is shipping from Hyderabad to Bangalore. Bangalore is receiving the material. What is the receiving configurations? Very simple. You cannot write any rule conditions. You cannot write any attribute conditions. Just enables are there. Right. Then after picking condition. Picking conditions means, picking setups means, for example, Hyderabad is shipping the material. A simple thing. You are booking an order from the Amazon. Amazon. Right. Your order is received Amazon. Now Amazon people or Amazon employees are entering to the warehouse and picking the material. For what purpose? Sales order purpose. Right. Your sales order purpose. So immediately they are picking the material and packing the material and shipping the material. For picking related, what are the configurations? We'll see here. Picking configurations. Okay. Then inventory controls. Serial number, lot number. What is serial number and lot number? Every item there is a serial number, right? If you go and check with your laptop and mobiles, there is a serial number. Based on that serial number, they are tracking the inventory. Right? What is their item status? If you are purchasing an iPhone, after 6 months, there is a service required. You are going to the service center and asking, this phone is some lag issues or something. They are checking with the serial number. Okay, you are purchased from the Amazon, you are purchased from the so-and-so storeroom, but your warranty is expired next month. How they are tracking? Based on the inventory controls. Based on the inventory controls. So that inventory controls are discussed from here and executed with all the scenarios, business scenarios. Okay, inventory replenishment plannings. Replenishment plannings, nothing but whenever the stock is not available or stock is not good. For example, simple thing, replenishment, nothing but, say in your home, you are regularly drinking a cup of coffee. So what is the requirement ingredients on that? Sugar is the main one, right? Every day, your sugar content is mandatory in your kitchen, 1 kg. 1 kg is your safety stock. Okay, what you will do if it is a stock is not available, immediately you are getting a material from the vendors or dealers or any other shop beside of your home. Same way, if inventory is stock is not available, how the planning methods are working, that we call it as a min-max planning. That discussions will coming from here. Min-max plan. Right, whenever the stock is not available into the organization. For example, what is the upcoming festival? Let's go to the Dasara. So Dasara, as for the analytics and data, right, Dasara, there is a multiple home kitchens related demand is there from the Amazon and Flipkart. What they will do is, for the Dasara festival, right, so they are maintaining a stock, a very high level, and they are fulfilling the stock. So whenever the customer is booking anything, the stock must be available. Right. So which planning mechanism is providing this inventory replenishment plannings? Some of the inventory replenishment planning, we'll discuss more on this. Next, inventory accuracy methods. So these questions comes from the interviewer. Let's attend any interview for the supply chain management. These questions are mandatory. First of all, if you are good all these tasks, then they are entering into the next HR discussion. Right, these all are the basic configurations and high-level configurations from the inventor. Immediately, interviewer is asking, let's explaining for what is the enterprise structure. So what are the inventory transactions. So what are the inventory accuracy methods? See, here this syllabus copy itself is the answers. Right? If interviewer is asking what are the inventory accuracy methods, there is a cycle count and physical count. This is the answer. Now, what is the in-depth of the processes? Training is the answer. In the training, we are executing each and every setup, every process flow, right? So properly on the training level. Next, procurement. Procurement means purchasing, right? So the simple thing is purchasing. Purchasing. For example, DMart, there is no items. Let's take one item. So what is the regular item? Let's take a cool drinks. Cool drinks. Cool drinks. Okay. So where this DMart is purchasing the cool drinks? From suppliers, right? Cool drink suppliers. Okay. Cool drinks suppliers. So these suppliers supply the material to DMart. These cool drink suppliers are supply the material to DMart. Either it is a Hyderabad or Bangalore. Once the cool drink suppliers are supplying the material to DMart, what happened? DMart is receiving the material and generating the invoice and providing the billing payments to the cool drink suppliers. Khatam. So that complete process, P2P process, we call it as a P2P process. Procure to pay. Procure to pay. So procure to pay, then source to pay. Okay. Source to pay. If any negotiations are required, that negotiations will be coming from the source to pay. S2P, we call it as a S2P. So this complete cycles and modules are discussing from here. Purchasing. DMart also purchasing the material, right? DMart, they don't have a manufacturing companies, cool drink manufacturing companies. They don't have a home related kitchen items manufacturing companies. They don't have a biscuit companies, right? They are purchasing the material from suppliers. What is the purchasing processes? So that will be discussing from the procurement level. Okay, next. Supplier setups. You can see supplier setups, approval setups. If DMart is purchasing around 50 lakhs of materials from the suppliers, is there any approvals required? Approval setups. Accounting related. What are the accountings are coming? Accounting related setups. Then after that, how to create a requisition. Requisition means now DMart is required cool drinks. Cool drinks. So one of the employees created a requisition. So we need a 10 boxes of cool drinks, right? He is creating a requisition. This requisition is going to the purchase department. Purchase department is processing these requisitions to purchase order, right? So based on the purchase order, cool drink supplier is supplying the material to DMart. Okay, how to create a purchase orders? So that things will discuss from here. Purchase requisitions. After that, purchase orders, agreements. Agreements are nothing but this DMart is always purchasing the cool drinks from the cool drink supplier. One of the supplier, for example, maybe some Raj supplier or someone, right, who is supplying these cool drinks. So between the Raj suppliers and DMart supplier, DMart business, they are doing some agreement. Whenever the cool drinks are required in their business, DMart Hyderabad location, these Raj suppliers are supplying so and so price. For example, 2 liters, right, Sprite, 100 rupees. So between this agreement, between the DMart and Raj suppliers, the agreement cost is only for 50 rupees. 50 rupees. So that is the reason DMart is providing a lot of sales offers. Now the DMart is selling for with 65 rupees. What is the margin? Only 15 rupees. But the sales are very high. That is the reason they are providing, right? So high discount, high sales. Okay. So other businesses, they are selling only for everyday 100 liters, but DMart is selling with 1000 liters. 1000 liters. Now their profit is very good, right? So this is agreements between the supplier and business. We have a different types of agreement that we'll discuss from here. After that, receipt types, how the receiving process will be processing from the organization, right? The receiving related types. Then supplier portal. Supplier portal, nothing but employee login. You have, once you are joining any IT company, you have a logins, right? Same way supplier also, there is a portal. How we can create that supplier portal and processing this supplier portal. By using this supplier portal, how supplier can perform the purchasing related activities. We'll discuss from here. Then self-service procurement. Self-service procurement means for employee related purposes. So this DMart employees, they need a printout related, they need a pencils, they need a staplers, they need also papers, right? So how they are purchasing that material for their business purpose, not business purpose, whatever their duties, right? That is called self-service procurement. Okay, so sourcing. Now you can see sourcing. Sourcing, nothing but negotiations, quotations. Quotations here, as we discussed, right? For example, the cool drinks related, A supplier is there, B supplier is there, C supplier is there. Now let me, very simple. A supplier, cool drinks related, right? And B supplier. So, and C supplier. So these three suppliers are supplying the cool drinks in district, in city, right? Now, DMart is sending a one quotation. A supplier is giving a 1 liter of Sprite. He is providing with 55 rupees. Same Sprite, B supplier is providing 52 rupees. Now C supplier is providing 50 rupees. Who is providing the best price? C supplier. So immediately DMart is making an agreement with the C supplier and getting the material. So by doing these negotiations, DMart is getting a best supplier who is providing the best price. How much saving is there? For example, DMart is purchasing the 100 this Sprite bottle 2 liters from the A supplier without negotiation, right? They are purchasing 55 rupees. After negotiation, multiple negotiations, so C supplier is providing 50 rupees. Now the saving is 5 rupees, right? So 5 rupees, 5 into 100 liters, 1000 liters. Okay, what is the saving? It's not only for single item, right? Multiple items are there. That's the profit of organization. That is the reason negotiation is one of the important module in the procurement. Okay, that's the negotiation related. After that, supplier qualifications. Qualifying the supplier, who is the best supplier, who is right, quality suppliers, that will be decided from the suppliers qualification. So one of the biggest module, procurement is one of the biggest module, right? So one of the top demand module in the market. Take any business, procurement is mandatory implementation. Okay, so now let's coming to the order management. Sales. Order management is nothing but sales, right? Sales. Okay, sales related. So for the sales related, so what are the sales? O2C, order to cash. From order creation to cash receiving from the customer. In the Amazon, you are booking some iPhone, right? So after you are booking, your ultimate task is receiving the material from the Amazon delivery partners. Once you receive the material, your cash is collected by you, and you can provide the collections. You can provide the cash to Amazon delivery persons if it is a cash on delivery. From order creation to cash receiving, whatever the between process, we call it as a order to cash process. So what are the configurations? How we can do the configurations? Each and everything we'll discuss from the order management setups. Okay, after that, pricing related setups. Pricing means, let's show you. Amazon. What is that? iPhone Pro 7. If I am searching with this, immediately the price is populated from here. The price is populated from here. How this price is coming? This is the sales price. How this price is coming? This price is coming by the pricing configurations. Where is that? Pricing configurations. Pricing. Right. Discounts related. How we can make the discounts. For example, if you are a prime customer, you will get some discount, 5,000 rupees. If you are not a prime customer, the price is same. How that type of functionality is working. The same things we'll discuss from here, pricing configurations. After that, global order promising. Global order promising nothing but the business is promising to the customer, your order will be delivered so and so date. How that with dates will be populated from here. We can see tomorrow 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. How system know that? So we can promise that your delivery tomorrow 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. How this Amazon people are promising based on my location and availability. I am staying in Hyderabad. So the warehouse, this iPhone warehouse, iPhone Amazon warehouse also Hyderabad near to airport. So in between from airport to my location only for 1 hour. 1 hour. So based on that 1 hour, system is promising tomorrow we can deliver this. Okay, the promising. Amazon is promising. We are promising your delivery tomorrow. How these dates are populated based on the global order promise. Based on global order promising mechanism. That we'll discuss from here. Then the different types of sales orders are there. Okay, drop ship sales order, back to back, bill only, ship only, multiple sales orders are there. That we'll discuss from here. Order holds related some constraints, order related setups, order related rules are there. After this, last one, costing related. Costing is nothing but calculation of, see, lot of transactions are going on, right? From the procurement, cool drinks related transactions are going on. From inventory, one inventory to another inventory, Bangalore to Hyderabad. So multiple transactions are going on. That transactions will be recorded on the costing and calculating the profit of the organizations. What is the profit of the organizations? Distributions will be happening from the costing, right? So this costing is a solution where the business will get what is the item cost, average cost, what is the actual cost, each and everything we'll discuss from here. Okay, there is a two types of costing, cost accounting and receipt accounting. We'll discuss from here. Some of the approvals related technical aspects are there, right? So OTBI reports, BI related, data migrations, roles, customizations. So these all technical related also will discuss from this training. This is what the complete 3 months of training for the better solution of any business in the global. If you are working on the inventory, if you are working on the procurement, these modules are mandatory implementation. Mandatory implementations. Take any topic. So you will get mandatory for any one of the modules. Okay, this is what the complete syllabus copy of a training. Okay, now SCM positions. Obviously, we already know the positions related. Okay, depended on if you have a 0 to 4 years of experience, right? We call it as a first 1-2 years. We call it as a associate, right? Associate or functional consultant. Okay, functional consultant. Then 4 to in between 8, we call it as a senior functional consultant. Okay, senior functional consultant. Sorry. 8, what is that? 4 to 8. Okay. Now, so what else? What is the comment? Anything? Demand and supply planning is not covered. 100% we are not dealing that. Okay. So even if you want to learn the demand and planning, first of all, you need to understanding the procurement process and inventory transactional process. In these 3 months, demand and planning, manufacturing and service related. No. Okay. So demand and planning, it's a very rare businesses. They are expected for that. Okay. For example, 100 customers are implemented for the inventory. Only 1 or 2 or maximum 5. Right. Businesses are expected for this demand and plannings or manufacturings. Okay. Yeah. Now, 8 to 9. Maximum our training is up to 4 to 8, up to 9 years. Our training will be in depth of up to 8 to 9. Okay. From 0 to 8 to 9 years. If you are joining as a position of associate or senior, okay, so this will be best suitable. If you want in-depth, so you need to learn more on these modules in-depth and you have some hands-on experiences previous. That's what my statement. If you have a 15 years of experience, can I put it for the 15 years? No, I'm not recommended for that. Why? Because they are expected plannings, they are expected manufacturing, they are expected subscription, they are expected for some other finance modules also. We are not a robots, we are not a agents, AI agents, right? One consultant will work with all the modules. It's not an easy task. Okay, so don't expect. So after 8 years, so we call it as a lead or manager. So these are the basic positions from the IT as a SCM functional consultant. Okay, the salary is already discussed on yesterday's session. Now let's coming to the roles and responsibility. Yeah, clear, very clear. Roles and responsibility. Once you are joining as a IT functional consultant, your major roles. Either it is an implementation project or support. Your roles and responsibilities. So this very clear. Either you worked as an implementation project or support project. Some projects will be there under the support level only, enhancements and rollout projects. Right. So implementation is basically the duration of this implementation project is 1 year. 1 year. So if you are joining as an Infosys or Wipro or PwC or any other company, there is a multiple projects going on every year. Okay. So once implementation is completed, you are immediately deploying for other project. Depended on which company you are joining. Right. If it is a support project, maybe 3 years, 4 years. Not a 3 years, about 3 years maximum based on the agreement of licenses. For example, the Infosys is providing a support to DMart customer. How many years? Support means already the project is implemented if any issues are there. Right, as a support functional consultant, you can work on that tickets and resolve. For example, they are struggling with inventory transaction. As a functional consultant, you know the configurations, right? Immediately you can work on that and you can provide the resolutions. That's for the implementations. Support. Enhancement is nothing but if business is enhance something, right? For example, previously they are not implemented for supplier portal. Now they are implementing supplier portal. Okay. So how as a functional consultant you can implement? That is for enhancements. Rollouts are nothing but, for example, business previously only Hyderabad location is there, their inventory. Now their inventory is there in the Bangalore. Right. So you need to set up the Bangalore inventory in the application level. That is called rollouts related. Okay. So these enhancements and rollouts are very limited periods. maybe 3 months or 4 months, depended on their scope of the value. Okay. Now, these are the major roles. Implementation, or if it is a implementation, what you need to do on the implementation? All these configurations. As for the business, you can do all these configurations. If it is a support, what is your roles? You are working on this implementation, right? So you know that, for example, their transactions are strucking on the right. So where transfer order level, you know transfer order already. What is the setups? What are the issues on the transfer order? Right, you know already the issues, the configurations, the process flow, each and everything. Okay, and the training itself, we can provide each and everything best. Okay, so immediately you can start your investigation on the transfer order. Right, you are starting your validations and find out the logs and providing the solutions to the business. That also we can discuss from the our training, right? Both, either if you are joining implementation consultant or support consultant, we can discuss all these things. Okay, these are the major discussions of roles and responsibilities. This is a complete roadmap for your functional consultants. Once you are joining this training, immediately you are getting a drive folder once the sessions are completed. Session is completely online, right? As we discussed, we already know that. Okay, this is 7:30. We already know this. Yesterday also I discussed, but if anybody is joining today, 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. 8:30 a.m. morning session. This is IST time. Okay, IST. If anybody is from the out of country, right? So just follow this. And the days from Monday to Friday. No Saturday, Sunday. Nothing. Even I have a family. Okay. So I need to spend some time with them. Otherwise, my family is taking a strong decisions and they are throwing in my house. Okay. So I don't want to take Saturday and Sunday. Okay. Don't expect it. Okay. So anytime, for example, on the practices, you are facing some issue. Just post that issue. So we can connect or else we can provide the navigation. You can work on that. So support related, we don't have any hierarchy. You can directly post it, whatever your issue is there, you can directly post it on the WhatsApp. Okay, I'll discuss on that. That's the major thing. The drive access, once the session is completed, you can see here. Right, so this is the session. For example, inventory related. Tomorrow onwards, inventory related sessions are started. Okay, see, every session, right? Day 1 session, 2 session, 3 session, the sessions will be recorded like this. So whatever the practicing document is there, sessions document is there. For example, enterprise structure, you have a document on that. Enterprise structures related, item setups, right? So complete item setups, what is the item related, each and everything. So every task, our syllabus copy, every task, what is the task meaning? What is the task related definition? Each and everything will be there on the definitions related. There is a definitions related document is there. You can see here document definitions. For example, introduction of the functional setup management. This is the syllabus copy, right? From the syllabus copy. Where is that first task? Where it is there? Introduction of the functional setup. So I'm explaining in my perspective, but you are unable to understanding. In such a scenario, you have a definition copy. Same. Introduction to functional. What is this? What is the business example? Why it is important? Why it is matters? Each and everything, complete syllabus copy. The task related definition, business example, why it is matters. So my training is completely very, very right. What we call it as a proper guidance and proper navigations with real-time projects. If anything is missing, you can connect anytime. That's what my training related specialties. Okay, I'm not skipping anything. I'm not jumping anything. I'm not sharing any pre-recorded things. Okay. Yeah, will be implementation is the complete gather for the BRD and FD documents, and everything will show you. Everything will share on this. Okay. For example, let's show you on the recording sessions, not recording and document related. Project implementation documents. So BR hundreds. So what is BR 100? The document and the inventory related BR 100. FST documents, all those things will share you once the training will be started. Okay. So this is what my complete training regarding for that. You already know that. So if you are okay with that, just ping me on WhatsApp, right? You already know the WhatsApp number 72072450101. Already people are registered, right? You can just send me the message. We are sending for registration form, course registration form. The course fees, you already know that 20K. So 20. Okay. So this is what complete. If you have any queries, we'll discuss on this offline also, no issues. Yeah. Anyone have any questions? I'm stopping the record.